Hi there, my name is York, and in this video I want to be 100% honest and a little vulnerable because um, I just watched some videos from Russell Brunson, and he says that, um, you should get results first before you go, for example, selling high ticket items, and you need to have case studies. Case studies are a really big thing, social proof, right? And I have been making a webinar in the past months, and you also had to add case studies in there. And this is the part where I really struggled with. Now, I just now opened a note in Evernote and I started writing success stories that I've had in the 10 years that I've been, well, 10 plus years that I've been an entrepreneur. Now, while I have built a lot of websites for people and did that successfully, and they were satisfied with it, I looked back and I have never I was a marketeer, an internet marketeer. So you get paid, you should get paid, which is not true, which is not what really happens in most cases. You should get paid for results because it's a numbers game in internet marketing. The better you are, the more money you can earn for people. They call it Rainmaker. Now, in my 10 years, I did manage to get people leads and stuff. I managed to get a company that was already doing multi millions in dollars. I managed to get them more, but I never did any really significant thing in my mind, like make them $1 million or make them from 5 digits to six or from six to seven. So I really don't have these super case studies. I do have some success stories, but they're not like the thing Russell presents. They are not like the thing Alex Hermosi presents, like getting 50 leads in just 1 month. Or not even leads, but 50 plus clients. You see, um, I think people just really want results. And I looked at my case studies and was like, okay, yeah, there's been some success, but it's not mind blowing and super, super valuable. And I was thinking, like, okay, let's be truly honest with myself here. The cold hard truth is that I don't have that many super successful stories. I don't have any super successful story like made someone a millionaire. And well, I might have told people the right things to do, and because I was a consultant, told them the right things, but maybe not in the right sequence because they have not became truly successful. And if they did, um, it was not just because of my advice or my things. It wasn't exactly to pinpoint it on just what I did. Now I know that that doesn't really it doesn't that matter that much, of course, but that because they got successful, so who cares? I care because the success story should be because something that I did, something that I thought of, made someone hyper successful, whether it's in health, in wealth, or in relationships. That doesn't really matter. And the reason why I'm shooting this video for you and being vulnerable here is that I did become kind of an expert in what not to do. And I wrote down in my little book that I'm having here on my lap, like, okay, first of all, I should realize that it wasn't me that was failing because I am not a failure because I have not stopped trying. I am still here. I've been in entrepreneurship for 10 years, but I didn't get people the results that I wanted to have. I did get some results, but I didn't get the, and that's why I'm not a millionaire yet. I truly believe that. As I mean, I don't have, I know what to do. I know exactly what people should do, but not exactly how. And that's why I am now being my own guinea pig, where I'm doing my own webinar, trying to sell my own stuff so that when it works, I can help other people with it. I need to go first. I learned that from Russell. Uh, Deep down, I already knew this, but I just needed to have someone tell it to me, I guess. But I realized it was just a combination of bad strategies and ineffective strategies, bad limiting beliefs, bad stories, and bad states. So it wasn't me that was causing that. So it's not personal. It's not that I suck. Well, I did suck actually. I started to suck less and less, you know? But I wrote down reasons why I've stayed relatively poor. Now, I say relatively because I own my own home, which is kind of a big deal in today's day and age, on my age. I, I own it alone, so that's even more impressive to a lot of people. I have my own business that I can run full time, um, but I am not a millionaire. And the only reason why people are millionaires in my mind is that they are providing more value than they are taking or that they are getting paid for. I've seen this on all the successful people that I've studied. They are providing so much value. It doesn't have to be that they make them more money, but more value. So, what's, for example, having twice as much health or twice as much energy worth to you? Now, that's value. It doesn't exactly, it's not hard, cold evidence that, okay, you made me twice as much money. Now you made me twice as much energy, but how do you know? Right? But it is value. It's a lot of value. Anyway, reasons why I've stayed relatively poor in the last 10 years. I It wasn't because of a number of reasons, and there are probably more, but the biggest one that I thought of immediately was chasing the shiny object, which basically means that um, every time you see or hear something that sounds very good, you chase after it and you neglect the projects that you were already working on. Because every time you say yes to something, you say no to something else. Every time you say no to something, you say yes to something else. I've learned this from my coach, Anian. Great, great dude. And the second one is not sticking with something for long enough. Not sticking with something for long enough. Oh, I just thought of a new one, by the way. I, Chasing this shiny object, not sticking with something long enough is kind of the same thing, I think. Or they are derived from the same problem. And that is being inconsistent, not following through. Now, there is an upside to chasing the shiny object. You get a broad field of strategies, and you have a lot of things that you know now. But knowing and understanding stuff is only 10% of the work. Um, so basically, knowing what to do and not how to do it. So lacking in the exact tactics, and you lack in those tactics. If you don't have the result, if you don't have the result, learn this from Tony Robbins. If you do not have the result, you do not really know it. You do not really know how to do it. If you are not a millionaire, you don't know how to become a millionaire just yet. You might know the strategy. You might understand the strategy. You might even know the separate tactics, but you do not exactly know how to do it. If you did know how to do it, you would have it. Another reason is not being a guinea pig, not practicing what you preach, what I preach. So, to give you an example, that I have done Google Ads for a lot of people, but I have up until now, I've never, well, that's not entirely true, but I've never committed to doing Google Ads for myself. Now, I told people that the reason why is because the clicks were really high in my market because everybody knows how to do Google Ads. But if you're really good at Google Ads and you have a great funnel, I didn't know that back then, though. Cutting myself some slack then, I think. But uh, I didn't really try. I didn't really commit. Like, I'm gonna find a way to make Google Ads work for me and get Google Ads to get me new clients. See, I had beliefs around this, like, that doesn't work for this market. That doesn't work for me. And that's so stupid because I was advising people to do it, but not doing it myself. Right? If you were giving someone advice to do something, do it yourself as well. Because otherwise, it's not gonna work. It, well, you might. Well, it's also not entirely true because I have done it for so many people now that I've seen how to make it successful. But it's different when you totally do it with your own money, with your own sacrifices, because then you focus on it differently. It's a different game. Another thing that I didn't do, and if I could do it all over again, I would tell my 17 or 18-year-old self, find a coach, and I would even tell him, like, don't have to do everything on your own. You can be an entrepreneur, but maybe find a job first, but pick someone that could be a great coach to you, that could teach you successful things. So find a company that is successful and go work for them. Just go work for them. You'll make money and you'll learn. Don't care about the money so much as what you'll learn there. That's what I would tell my 17-year-old self. Like, yeah, trying to figure out everything out for yourself sounds cool, but it's gonna cause you a world of hurt because you don't know exactly what books to read. You don't know shit. Pardon my French. Another thing that made me be relatively poor up until now is that I was focusing on building systems. Another thing is focusing on movement rather than achievement. I've learned this from Tony Robbins, what the difference actually is that you can move around a lot and do a lot of stuff, but that doesn't mean you have to that you will achieve a lot of stuff. If you move around undirected, which is what a lot of people do, I know because I've done it. It's frustrating, but you tell yourself you're working super hard and you're moving things around a lot. Yes, but you are not getting what you want because you don't know what you want if you focus on movement rather than achievement. Okay, thank you for listening to this video. I think so. I spend my 20s kind of drifting around, but like I said, I did become an expert in what not to do, and I think I'm going to own that. I think that is going to be my voice because the last 12 years of entrepreneurship, um, yeah, I I didn't really make a lot of people very rich. I didn't make myself very rich. I got some success, other people got some success, but it was meh. But I am now following I am now following millionaires, people who truly deliver results. People like Tony Robbins, people like Russell Brunson, Alex Hormozy, Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, Robert Kiyosaki, the people that are movers, which is kind of weird to call it. Let's call them achievers. People who actually achieve, and even more so, people who achieve and feel fulfilled. The shift has already happened within me because I did figure out how to um, boost my energy a lot. I did figure out how now I should become a millionaire, and I'm following the strategies of giants. And therefore, the next decade, my 30s, next year I'll be 30, my 30s are going to be a lot different. I'm going to do everything in my power to become consistent because I'm still not consistent yet as well with these videos. I said I do one a day, and I have done one almost every day, but not every day. Now, I'm not saying that to bully myself. I'm saying that because I want to become the kind of person that will be consistent uh, with anything he does, and it's just like, okay, I'm in this for a decade. I'm in this YouTube game for a decade. I'm going to do it. I might not always be consistent, but I'm going to be as consistent as I possibly can, and do everything in my power to become as consistent as I humanly can. So, and I'm going to become an expert in what not to do. So I'm going to tell a lot of people what not to do, so to avoid the pitfalls that I have been through, um, and the hardship and the pain and the suffering that I've went through to that was basically not needed. If I would have had an entrepreneurial parent, for example, or if I would have had the idea to, I'm going to need a teacher, then things would have been so different. I would have been in a much different place. But also, I think, which is kind of weird, but I wouldn't trade it for the world because of that struggle, because of those things, it's manifested a lot harder. Because if everything would have gone right from the get go, I probably wouldn't appreciate it as much. The success that I did manage to get. So yeah, I've become a fighter because of it, and that's also worth a lot. I think being poor or relatively poor, I mean, in Western countries, civilized world, who really is actually poor? I mean, if you have a roof over your head and you have food on in the kitchen, are you really poor? No, but relatively, there are people that are banging it and are providing so much value to the world, and I want to be like that. I want to become so valuable to a lot of people, which is um, which so that I earn the right to be a millionaire, not that I take it. It's just like, hmm. Okay, if you like this rant, leave a like and subscribe. It's a little longer than my normal videos, and I think this was the hardest one to do because it was truly honest, and I think this one will set the tone for the rest of this channel. From now on, this show, I'm going to call it a show. My show is called Sustainability Secrets, Sustainable Secrets, and it's going to revolve around the question that how can you build a life and a business that is sustainable in every way? Okay, so we basically covered this question in the Sustainability Secrets show. How can we break through and grow like bamboo towards the life of our dreams? Uh, no, towards the life and world of our dreams. So breaking through our limits, breaking through our false stories, our limiting values, our um, whatever it is that's stopping us to achieve the life of our dreams, but also the world of our dreams, or collective world. By that I mean, so to make this planet, our Earth, the spaceship we are on with 8 billion people, how can we make that an utopia? How can we make that we are in balance with nature, that the world just can keep on spinning, we can keep surviving, and that is the question of this podcast. And the main way that I believe to do that is through business. Yeah, so basically, how can we use sustainability to break through and grow like bamboo in our business, in our lives, and in our whole species? How can we use sustainability to break through and grow like bamboo? That's what the show will be about. That's where I will find my voice, and I will tell you a lot about what not to do to break through and grow like bamboo, because I have become kind of an expert in doing that. That if you've been watching this entire video, then wow, congratulations. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you like these videos, leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to be here for the next decade. I might not be always as consistent. I will do everything I possibly can to become that, but I'm struggling with that. So thank you for your patience, and I'll see you in the next one.